Greetings, humanoids of the internet. My name is Bob, and this is episode 28 of Journey into Space. Now, they may revoke my space pilot's license tonight because I've had a few drinks, which is kind of unusual for me. I'm not a frequent drinker, but I've had a few, so I may not be qualified to fly a spacecraft tonight. But we're going to fly one anyway. Yeah, we got a guy on Duna, who we're going to try to send back to Kerbin. At the current, I got like equivalent of less than 2 full tanks, standard tanks of fuel. So the odds of that happening, not so good. I do have a fallback plan in case that winds up not being possible, which is to have them rendezvous with the Planet Explorer 8 lander B that's in orbit around Duna. But we will see how going straight back to Kerbin works out, and if it doesn't, then we'll go to Plan B. Also, I'm changing the way that I'm making these videos because before there was a big bottleneck as far as rendering the videos goes, which is, it would take me long periods of time, 24 hours even, to render a video using the method I was using previously. I've got a new method which also allows for better image quality, but the drawback to that is I can't edit as closely. I'm not used to editing in Movie Maker, which is what I'm using now. I'm not used to using that to edit, so it won't be possible to edit it quite as neatly as I did before. But the trade-off is I get movies out. I get the videos out there quicker and better quality. So there's something else I was going to say. And that's a byproduct of my Dishonored videos, which you may have noticed that I did a lot of Dishonored videos this week, and so I was trying out new methods on that, and which I'm going to now use on the KSP videos. So let's get started. Okay, tracking station. Okay, and fly. Sid Fraud Kerman. I have some bad news for you, Sid Fraud. Ooh, it's still walking down the hill. I got some bad news for you, Sid Fraud. Actually, a couple different. Oh wow, that looks very unstable. Like it's about to snap off. In fact. Oh shit! What the hell? Anyway, as I was saying, Sid Fraud, I got some bad news for you. One is that I'm not fit to be a space pilot, and the other bad news is that you're not either. So we're kind of screwed. We got to take you back to oh shit. We got to take you back to Kerbin whilst not being fully qualified to do that. So, and I know you're not qualified either, Sid Fraud. When will that stop doing that? Stop it. Some kind of retarded centipede here. I am concerned that that's going to snap off. I don't really want to launch before I get a quick save in because, okay, good. Because it may be that we may have to head out in a totally different direction. But let's go ahead and lift off the service because we're obviously acting real retarded here. Okay. Okay. Back, down, back, sideways. Good. Okay. Now we're heading to 270. If we wind up having to use the fallback plan, we're going to have to, all right, let's throttle up a little bit. We're going to have to go the other way because this way is to head out of, head towards Duna, head towards Kerbin. And the other way would be to rendezvous with the Planet Explorer 8 lander if we have to go that route. But we definitely, I would have to go other ways if I go to the other thing. Yeah? Okay. Good. Excellent. All right. Map view. Don't want to make a whole lot of progress yet. That's a cool scene. Yeah, a little sunrise. Okay. Oh, another thing is I've monetized some of my videos, although they seem to be chewing over whether others can be monetized or not. That's because that's kind of weird. Okay, sort of in a economically depressed state. Otherwise, if I was making a good income, I wouldn't do that because I hate commercials, and I'm sure you do too. But in fact, my ecology, whatever the hell you call it, yeah, the money thing is not good. So I shouldn't be flying a spacecraft. I shouldn't be flying a spacecraft. I'm sorry, Sid Fraud. You got a raw deal, buddy. Okay. We're looking for an altitude of about 60,000 meters. Because that should be far enough above. Alright, that should be far enough, but no, far enough above the atmosphere. Far enough above the atmosphere to allow us to get a stable orbit that's not going to get dragged down. And that is a very cool and scenic thing to see. A very big valley here. Where is that? Here somewhere. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Check that shit out. Okay. Where are we at here? Still 3 minutes to go before we reach our apoapsis. Screenshot. Sid Fraud, yeah, I would be kind of concerned if I were you, honestly, because I know you can't pilot a spacecraft, you know. And to be honest, I probably shouldn't be piloting one either. I probably should have left you on Duna until tomorrow, you know. But you know, we know what the Kerbal philosophy is on the value of a Kerbal life. So I'm trying to stay consistent with your low regard for your own lives and the lives of others. And I apologize for my smoker's hack. You'll probably be getting more of that now that I'm not editing in Premiere, but instead using Movie Maker. So sorry about that. Okay. Yeah, I mean, in Premiere, I would go through and diligently edit out all my hacking coughs. But that's what you get when you start smoking when you're 18, and now you're 50-something, and you're still smoking. You know, it's not good for the lungs, no. But what you gonna do? And that is very scenic. I like that. Very cool indeed. Okay. Still got a little bit, about a minute. We're going to wait until maybe 30 seconds before. The closer the better, but these atomic engines don't have a whole lot of thrust, so. Let's go ahead and start now. Oh, a little bit of lag. Yeah, there's no freaking way we're going to be able to get back to Kerbin. Now we're just about to be beyond just these two tanks. That's not going to work. I don't see how it's going to work. I may have to go back to plan B, which is to rendezvous with these guys who've been orbiting Duna for about 10 years now. I think that's something that is workable, but probably going all the way back to Kerbin, not so much. Yeah, good news is there's no problem with keeping my apoapsis ahead of me. It does not seem to be difficult at all. Bad news is we were having to go back to Kerbin on nothing but vapors, pretty much. Alright. Okay, now we have orbit. Let's see. Oops. Okay. And we have less than a full one of each of these, so equivalent to one standard tank of fuel, in which we are planning to go from here to Kerbin. I don't see how it's going to be possible. Let's see. Okay, let me take a pause while I try to figure out what angle I need to be at to do this. Actually, I think I know the angle, but I just this would be right about here. But I need to time compress until Kerbin is in the right spot. So I will get back to you when that happens. I just wanted to show you this because it's very cool. This is actually not the same spacecraft. This is my stock Duna craft, which I landed on Duna a while back. But it's very cool scenery here. There's Ike in the background, hanging low over the horizon. Nice dunes and stuff. Yeah. Okay. Screenshot. Reason why I'm here is because I'm doing my time compression here, so that I can get Duna and Kerbin aligned for the rendezvous, which probably is not going to happen because probably don't have enough fuel. But we're going to try it anyway. So anyway, I just want to show you that. It's looking very cool. Especially like the way the hill over here has seems to have a little bit more sunlight, and down here it's a little more shaded. Very cool. Anyway, back to work. Okay, I almost had to cancel the entire space program because I lost my protractor. But I've got it back again, so everything is good. The space program can continue now that I have my protractor. Sid Fraud is still freaking out. I don't blame him one bit. Okay, let's take a look. Okay, odds of this working are very, very, very slight. Okay. Oh, that's about right. Let's get turned prograde. And fire this boy off into the void. Probably not back to Kerbin. Probably just into the void. Okay. Throttle up. We might get him back to Kerbin. It's hard to say. Whoa, what the hell? I don't really want to have an encounter with Ike because it's going the wrong way. Yeah, it will still attract me as far as using it as a gravitational slingshot. It'll still attract me as I'm approaching it, but then because it's going the wrong direction, it will also pull against me as I'm leaving. So that's not such a good thing. So, but it looks like we may be past the Ike encounter. Okay, come on. Give me an escape. In here now, thank you. Okay. We're going to go ahead and get all the way out. A little time compression. Oh, frick. What am I encountering now? No, I don't want to encounter nothing. Okay, well, I'm still on escape trajectory. I don't know what the hell is going on with that. But whatever. What the hell? So I'm actually going to go all the way back around, fly by Ike, and then escape? Alright, well, whatever, as long as I escape. What the hell? Okay. Alright, appears to be I'm in solar orbit. Okay. And I'm praying that retrograde is the correct direction. Sidfrod, how about a little liquid courage? I'll have some too. Okay. Alright, that's the right direction. Now, as to whether I've actually gotten the encounter with Kerbin right, I don't know. I've never done this before. Actually, no, that's not right. I've done return from Duna before. I just never have done it with this little amount of gas. Because I sent the Planet Explorer 8 bus back from Duna. Of course, I probably had a lot more gas. Right now I have, well, not too bad. Maybe 2/3 of a tank, but it's going down fast. I'll be very surprised if I make it. I mean, even nuclear engines, you know, there's a limit to their efficiency. Not infinitely efficient. And there's a long ways yet to go. And I still have to have some gas to do my fine adjustments. Assuming I even get a rendezvous, I'll have to do fine adjustments to get me into an intersect course with Kerbin itself. Well, I probably won't be trying to go into Kerbin orbit with as little amount of fuel as I have now. I'll probably just be heading right straight in, which is probably kind of dangerous. But, you know, at this point. Okay. Alright, we're going to go ahead and throttle it up just a little bit. And bear in mind, we're doing all this on what was originally just a moon rocket. Of course, I usually make most of my rockets with overabundance of fuel just in case. But this was definitely just a moon rocket. In terms of its original design intention. It looks like I might actually get to the orbit of Kerbin. Whether I judge the rendezvous right or not is harder to say. Come on, give me a rendezvous. Alright, let's look at the inclination. The inclination looks okay. I may have not done the encounter quite right. Come on, Kerbin, you're a big planet. Suck me in. Come on, Kerbin. Give me rendezvous, please. Be nice to me, Kerbin. Bring me home, please. Let me take a look at my fuel. Okay. Yeah, I think what I did is I may have gone a little too late in the launched out a little bit too late to get to the rendezvous point. But this tells us something important, which is it should be theoretically possible for us to get all the way home on just the amount of fuel we have. If I can refrain from screwing up the encounter. But in this case I definitely did screw up the encounter, it looks like. Fuel. Okay. Well, fudge buckets. Kerbin, I don't suppose you want to be nice and give me an encounter here. I don't suppose you'd want to do that, Kerbin. Bring me home, please. Ah. Okay, we've got an encounter. Fuel, we probably have enough fuel to get the job done, maybe. I'll be damned, I was really thinking that probably this was impossible, because, you know, I launched from the surface of Duna with less than 2 standard fuel tanks with, those little fuel tanks, not the littlest fuel tanks, but the next small fuel tanks, less than 2 of those. So, but it's a small spacecraft. So, okay, now what kind of funky version of a rendezvous do we have here? Looks like it's going to double dip. I guess what it's going to do. Okay, well you're out for a long space mission there, Sid Fraud, or whatever your name is. But it looks like we will eventually get home. Okay, well this is going to be long and boring, so I will restart the video when something interesting happens. Okay, here we go. Amazingly, as it is, I've actually got an encounter with Kerbin. Actually, going to be hitting Kerbin. Hopefully, not too hard. I'm actually down below the. There is no periapsis here, so I'm actually going to be on a collision course with the planet, essentially. And I'm coming in, from deep space. I'm not orbiting first. I'm not, don't really have the wherewithal to slow down. So we're pretty much coming out from deep space and slamming right into the atmosphere. What I will do is I'll use what little fuel I have left to try to slow me down as I get into the atmosphere. And we'll see if that helps any. But one way or another, Sid Fried, you're going home. You may be going home and as separate atoms and molecules, but you'll be going home one way or the other. No doubt about it. Okay. About to pass the orbit of the moon. Okay, passing the orbit of the moon. Slow down a little bit. No, speed up a little bit. Slow down a little bit. Okay, yeah, so I'm intersecting. I'm going to the South Pole. Let me see if I have any options here. Huh. Well, I've never been to the South Pole. Suppose you could say there's that, Yeah, what the heck? Let's go. If they have technology to go to other planets, they have technology to rescue this guy on the South Pole. So we'll go to the South Pole. Well, except it won't be a water landing. That could be a problem. Yeah, I don't know how that's going to work out. I am curious to see the South Pole, though. So maybe we'll give it a shot. What the hell? I'll go ahead and use a quick save. Just in case. Just in case it doesn't like landing on ice. And we will see how it goes. Should be interesting. I've never been to the South Pole. So I guess now's my chance. You always wanted to go to the South Pole, didn't you, Sid Fraud? I know you did. Okay. Heading into the atmosphere. Let's turn, whoa shit. Let's turn retrograde. Nope, wrong way. We are coming in real fast. And she's bucking like a bronco. Hold on. Screenshot. That's quite artistic. Okay. Jettison. Okay, we're not doing too bad. Sid Fraud, buddy, looks like you're going home. Screenshot. Aren't you relieved? Yeah, you look a little bit relieved. Ooh, cool. Sid Fraud, you actually get to plant your foot on the South Pole, or very near it. Someplace which no Kerbal has ever been. So, you know, you've achieved a couple of firsts on this important mission. Now they just have to figure out how to get you back to the South Pole. Oh shit. Okay, parachute is good. Very nice. Hope a landing on ice is not too rough. And Sid Fraud's happy. I don't blame you, because I really didn't think I was going to get you back. To be honest, I didn't think I was going to get you back. Interesting texture. Hope you brought your woolies. Okay, not too hard, please. Ah, success. Hop out and take a bow there, Sid Fraud. Good thunk. Sid Fraud on the South Pole. After having sent a moon rocket from Kerbin to Duna and back again. Screenshot. You can be proud of yourself there, buddy. No, I've forgotten all my controls for this guy. Okay, nope, that's not going to be any good. It's going to have you jump, but I don't know. I must have lost that key. Or lost track of it. Okay, alright, there you go. That one doesn't do it. Okay. Alrighty. Well, we got Sid Fraud back from Duna to Kerbin. Congratulations there, Sid Fraud. Good job, man. Okay, well, it was kind of a short mission, but we got the mission done. We sent a moon rocket, which I designed basically for the moon and for Minimus, not for really any further. We used a gravitational slingshot to send him to Duna. It wasn't the most efficient use of gravitational slingshot ever, but it did work. It did get us from the Mun's orbit to an escape trajectory, so that was worthwhile. Landed on Duna, got back into orbit, and actually got back to Kerbin, which I honestly didn't think I was going to be able to do. I did not think that was going to happen. So, alright then. Alrighty, dude. You did a good job. We did a good job, didn't we? Yeah. Despite our disabilities in that as far as space navigation are concerned, in terms of cognitive abilities at this moment, we did a good job, and we got you back to Kerbin on the South Pole, but, you know, back to Kerbin. Alrighty. Until next time, hasta la vista.